Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Well, happy Friday. Remember, everyone deployed Friday. Look, we got a movie star on the set.
It's a little sunny out here.
Apparently, I haven't taught her how to turn the phone sideways, so it gets her head bigger in the frame. Watch, she'll try it now.
Oh my gosh, let's do this.
And she should not have this on the screen.
I gotta reattach it. Just hang on. There we go.
Unbelievable.
Hands free, baby. Hands free. Hi, I'm Andrea, here with the People's Patriot Project.
I'm Mark with the People's Patriot Project. We're gonna have to have a discussion later. That's all good.
Can I just say one thing? Let me say one thing.
Yep.
I don't even know how to turn the screen off when I'm driving because it was just on. So I just left it. So I didn't have to touch it again.
Oh, Lordy. It happens. It happens.
Safety first. Safety first.
Safety first. Safety first. So we are here on our debrief, and our debrief is used. So I don't know how this is going to work. It's kind of funny because I'm supposed to give hints to Andrea about what the next talking points are.
Now you might as well just be like, Andrea, your turn. You're going to talk about Memorial Day weekend.
Why do we do the debrief, Andrea? I'll go into teacher mode. Why do we do the debrief, Andrea?
Oh, well, thank you for the lead into that, Mr. Peterson.
Yes.
You know what? We need to create awareness out there for those of our heroes who struggle and need a hand, and we don't want them to share with anybody else maybe that they have the need for a hand. We want to get there before they have to admit it. My gosh, how did I get so close? And so People's Patriot Project exists to be the shock and awe when battling that
shock and awe,
that invisible enemy out there, those mortal wounds. Sometimes they turn into mortal wounds. So yeah, that's what we do. We let you know what's coming up on Sunday and the following week, and then talk a little bit about last week's We Got Your 6 at 6.
Yeah. So we span the week of what we've been doing, what we've been working on, and I mean, we're not going to bore you with the small details of working for assets, working for acrylic holders to hold literature. It's the list is just pretty long, making sure our credit card is paid off and this and that, and Andrea having to read the numbers off to me because I'm not smart enough to know how to cut and paste, because you can't cut and paste, and then creating graphics for everything that we're doing, thank you cards and red cards and mailers. If you don't have these yet, gosh dang it, they are blowing up. We don't have a problem putting them out. These are, remember, everyone deployed cards that we do on a Saturday. Or not Saturday, it's on a Friday. Gosh,
Friday.
Peter.
It might be Friday.
Yeah, you can do it whatever day you want. But ultimately, what you do and what we do is we take the card and we go up to, you can do drive-through breakfast. You can do, I usually do coffees. And I go through and I Patriot forward. I pay for the coffee for the person behind me. Again, this ain't about me. This is we get some people on here and they're like, "Oh my gosh, why are you telling everyone your business and why you get?" No, this is all about the business. This is about the People's Patriot Project. This is about remembering those that are deployed. This is about creating awareness. The fact that you get to, and Andrea loves this part, when I say you get to lay your fat heads on the pillows of freedom, it's not your fat heads, man. Some people get it, some people don't. My head's probably fatter than most, so I totally get it. It's just awesome. My post this morning, I feel good doing it, honestly. I feel good making other people feel good. And what I do is I drive through the drive-through and I hand them 2 cards and I ask them people to be. Now, here's the deal. And again, I'm just telling you how I do it. And you can do it any way you want. There is no one behind me. So I actually purchased a $10 gift card at the window. And I asked the young lady, and this is a place I come in pretty frequently, and I said, "Hey, I'm buying a $10 gift card. Can you pay for the person that comes through next?" And I it's $10. I get it. And some people may not have $10 to give freely. And if you don't do it. Don't get involved with this piece of it. And, but I give them 2 cards. And so I just made myself feel really good taking care of someone. I'm hoping it made them feel good because someone reached out to them. And then they get the chance that they want to. The other day I'm sitting there, I got done, and the stinking guy behind me caught up to me at a light, and he's honking at me and waving at me. He goes, "I did it right away, brother. I did it right away." And I'm like, "Oh, that's how it was." And it was a time of celebrating, man. It was awesome. Get rid of the negative stuff. Get rid of it. Put a smile on someone's face. It's that easy. That's what we want to do. Yeah.
Nope, I did mine this morning too, and it was, the gal was like, "Oh, but it's like $13.34," and I'm like, "Doesn't matter. You can just give her these cards when she gets up here." And so then she got all excited. She's like, "Oh my gosh, yes, that is so cool." So it just makes, not only are you making them feel good, and this is the selfish part, it makes me feel good.
Well, that's good. And all my baristas that I've encountered through this process is just like, "That is amazing. Thank you for doing that." And again, it's something that's in my heart to do, but at the same time, I think it's bringing awareness. And we got a list of people. I handed out, I don't know how many we mail out, over 30 sets this last week, over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And thank you, brothers and sisters. We're not charging anyone to do these. I had one of my board members in my ear a little bit this morning because I put the mailers out, and they're like, "Well, are we paying for this?" And I'm like, "Well, we have some grant money that's accommodating this, but," and they're like, "Well, what if this gets bigger than what we're doing?" I was like, "Well, I committed to it again. It's again something we committed to, and we went out and we wrote the grants, and so I don't have a problem. Are we committed? Yeah, we just helped a veteran this last week.
Wait, I thought what you were saying was you were going to pay for the next round. Not what you're saying?
Well,
I'm kidding.
no, so we're paying for the cards. I mean, and again, I don't want to. So here's the deal, people, and you get this. You get it. The writing's on the wall. If you think what we're doing is a good thing, then come on board. Get involved. Be involved. No, it's not a bad thing if it grows into something bigger. That's a good thing. One of our people on the list is asking, no, it's not a bad thing. It's I don't know that I'm always going to be able to pay for it. That's the piece. And so there might be a time where we have to sit there and say, if you're okay with it, we're asking for a good faith, what I call it, a good faith donation.
A good faith
we're going to
donation.
Ask.
It's like you're paying it forward.
Yeah, we're going to ask in the future for people to cover the cost of the mailing. It is costing about $5 a set to get them sent out. That's the cheapest that they could find for us, and the more we send out, actually, the cheaper it gets. But we'll just so I don't want to reveal there's a transparency thing, but I don't want to brag about what we're doing in the fact of dollar value. So just. If you're interested, if you like making people feel good, get a hold of us. We'll get you a pack of 100 of cards to get you through a year, and we can remember all those that are deployed on Fridays. Remember Red Fridays. Remember Red. Remember everyone deployed Fridays. Red Fridays. Gosh dang it!
Did you drink coffee this morning? My gosh.
I did drink a couple of coffees.
My gosh.
This last week we had an amazing show, and we normally don't share when people have to cancel on the shows where we got your 6 and 6. We don't normally share. People get busy and stuff happens and emergencies happen and things happen. We totally get it. And so we don't want to build that kind of culture where, we're tearing people down and not following through on commitment and stuff like that. That's not how we view it. But we had Mr. Valentine, Nick Valentine, who was scheduled and docked to be on our show. And sadly, his father, who was a veteran, passed away Saturday. And Mr. Valentine was unable. Our hearts and our thoughts are with the family right now. As they're going and transitioning through this time of loss. And so a little note on my world, I never say sorry to people who lose loved ones, only in the fact that sometimes those come as blessings. I don't ask that question. And I hope this is in the Valentine family, just something that's positive in the fact that I hope there was little to no suffering, and that but I didn't ask the question, but I never say sorry, because sometimes, and this is so when my mother passed away, it was a blessing because she had cancer. It had covered several areas of her body, and I didn't want anyone to say sorry. I'm glad it happened as quick as it did. Did it suck? Yes, it sucked. And we just, our approaches, our hearts and our thoughts are with the family, and that's how we deal with these, and we memorialize the lives, which is a big conversation about this weekend, which we will get into in our show notes for. You don't necessarily need to talk about the other page we have on Facebook, do you, Andrea?
I don't have much to say except you can find us there. That's Absolutely.
It. Yep. We got your 6 at 6 podcast page. And again, we are setting up with Adam Bird and Heroes Media Group. We keep saying that. Did the check get in the mail, Andrea?
To Adam Bird?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Venmo. It's a Venmo payment, I think.
We Venmo'd it? All right. Fair enough. We'll be getting that adjusted. It's just one more iron in the fire, and we're not complaining. Hey, let's put a commercial out for that. If you're interested, and being part of the logistical part of the People's Patriot Project. We had an amazing brother, Just Sam's, come on board this last week and say, you know what? I have to be involved. I need to be involved. He is here in Minnesota, but it's kind of a stretch to meet on a weekly or monthly basis. And he's got some things that he's got to take care of. And we just appreciate his want to be part of it. And there's a place we're going to plug him in. We've got some amazing people that are volunteering for our Christmas program, our Christmas family experience, that are putting together plans and making sure that we've got everything set up for those families that may not get to have that traditional Christmas experience. And again, it's just not traditional. I mean, we're willing to go out and learn and give just an experience that maybe they weren't ready or willing to have for that Christmas. And we know how much stress that time of season or year brings. And so we're here to help support them. And where are you going at with all this, Mr. Peterson? We have places and people need to be plugged into these places. And for example, I'd like to get rid of doing all the graphics for our shows and for everything that we do. So there's one less thing off my plate. If we got a graphics person out there, I'll train you real quick. It's not hard. We've got a library of graphics that you can choose and pick from, and we just kind of tell you who's going to be on our shows, this and that, and that's one piece. Our Patriot Forward is another thing that we do. Our Pints for Patriot is another thing. There are hundreds and hundreds of places we can plug in. I need someone to help manage our YouTube pages because I got 3 of them that are scattered everywhere. And if you can get them all put in one place and help manage that would be awesome. Social media is killing us. But we got all you here, and it's good, and we appreciate having you all here with us. Hey, Andrea, did you talk to Kim Dunnett this week?
Oh my gosh, thank you for another lead-in. Yeah, you know what? Kim Dunnett is about the sweetest thing going. It's called the Kim Dunnett Band, and they were on our show a few months ago. And we spent some time getting to know Kim and her band members, and Cletus, her husband, and the band manager, and the sound tech, if I remember that right, because I do believe. But so I had another conversation. Well, when we got done visiting with them, one of her band members, actually it turned into this amazing conversation because a couple of them are veterans themselves. And we heard stories that for sure one of them had never shared before. It had been so deeply buried. I'm sorry, this one story touched me like you can't imagine. And I think it touched everybody in the virtual room at the moment very much the same way. And there was a bond made at that moment, and I just kept, since that day, I've been just really racking my brain over what can I do. Somehow I want to get that story down. I want to memorialize that story in his own words, and this was a good way to put it. For him, he said it was like everything had been shoved in a closet and the door got shut, never to be opened again. He hadn't really thought about it, but he opened that door and he's like, I'm sorry it all came tumbling out on you. Which, of course, Mark and I and the other people in the room were like, what do you mean you're sorry? That's what we're here for. This is the stuff that you deal with. Anyway, fast forward, Kim also took that very much to heart.
Oh, well, that's too bad. We lost Miss Seichman, and that's okay. Hopefully she'll jump back in here. And we'll continue. She's just sharing how the Kim Dunnett Band has just created, and she's back already. I hope she's.
Oh my gosh!
Safe.
Did I disappear for a minute?
Woo!
It said something went wrong. Anyway, I don't know exactly where I left off, but Kim wanted to really do something with the things that were shared and the time that we spent in this meeting as well. And she went and wrote a song about the things that we were talking about. And one of the points we talked about is sometimes parts of those veterans and soldiers got left behind. And they felt like pieces. I mean, there's obviously parts and pieces from the Vietnam War that are still being taken care of physical body parts. But when you think about all of the brotherhood, the friendships, the experiences that you maybe didn't want to have, there's so much that gets left behind. And so she titled this song "Come Home," and "Come All the Way Home" is kind of the theme that we really talked about. Is sometimes you can't really be 100% here or even 90% here if your mind is still back there, or if your mind gets interrupted and sent back there to wherever you were. And so her song, she said she was sending us a Memorial Day song so that we could have that for us. She wrote a nice little write-up, and I know that they released it all publicly this morning, I believe at 8:00 our time. And so check out Kim Donette Band on Facebook, and I think you can see our podcast with her as well on Veterans Unite podcast. Just Google it. I don't have the means right now to share it or anything, but Google it and check it out. And then Kim Donette, if you are listening or watching right now, just know that we love you and we're sending big hugs. Gosh dang it. Thank you very much.
The song shook me, I'll be honest with you. And yeah. So, well,
do you happen to have it loaded?
I don't have it loaded, but so here's the deal. I got a letter from a very close friend today. And it was essential for me to send this song to them because this was a spouse of a veteran who we lost just this last year. And they were lost because of maybe some circumstances that were involved or related to their service. And again, we try to protect the person when we do this stuff. And so this was absolutely 100% a heartfelt letter talking about how this person lost their spouse this last year to a cancer that was received because of their service. And because of COVID, they weren't able to be with them in their last times. And because of COVID, they weren't able to do a memorial service at the National Cemetery where their spouse is buried. And this person has not had the chance to deal with this loss until they finally get to go to the graveside this weekend at this National Cemetery. Heartbreaking.
And this is the first time.
Yeah. We've been celebrating the spouses and the significant others and the children and the families of our veterans in this last year a lot. And here's another case. And we just want our friend to come all the way home. They have had to move out of their house because they couldn't stand living in the place that their spouse and loved one was with them. And I know this is stuff that a lot of people deal with in a lot of different ways, and it's just part of what we deal with. It's a part of the People's Patriot Project and making sure our veterans and first responders are taken care of. It is a piece of, I hate using the word trauma. It's not battlefield trauma. It's not. They're completely two different things, and I totally get it. But this is a family member, part of the Patriot Nation that we love and adore, and they get to finally get to spend this time in closure for their significant other who served. And so we're excited, but it was perfect to send this song about come home. I told them not to listen to it in a public place, and they assured me that they didn't. And they assured me that it was a very moving and touching piece for them. And so this is that mushy, gushy stuff that we do deal with. And if you're listening, our hearts are with you, and we won't put your name and your stuff out there, but we know that this is real, and we know that we're dealing with this. And so that really is not in our notes to talk about today, but I thought it was really important. Kim Dunnett, we will get you posted up on this weekend, and you'll get to hear her song, Come Home. It's a really amazing, touching, and real song. So this last week, we had the awesome chance, thanks to one of our veteran partners and friend, to join the Minnesota Head Turners. It's a car organization that have these amazing, we were with the Minnesota Wild Challenger, and there were so many really cool cars. In fact, there was this really cool, did you see the 2012 Silverado in the Twin Cities car show? It was
black,
amazing.
I think.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
With the rust on the wheel well. Yeah. It was kind of funny because they said, hey, follow us. And we're following all these top-notch show cars. We're getting ready to stage for the People's Patriot Project in the show. And we were actually in the grandstands of the Minnesota State Fair, and there was no room to turn around or get out. And so my truck, which had no business being in there, got stuck, and that's fine. Not stuck like damage-wise or anything like that, but I told Andrea, I said, we'll just get in here, drop our stuff off, and get out. And nope, we parked right in there next to the Minnesota Wild Challenger, thanks to Teddy Starr. What amazing connections with the Minnesota Head Turners, and just an awesome opportunity to kind of spin our wheels and learn. And I have this concept that we're going to put together what we're calling the Urban Assault Vehicle, which will be a celebration vehicle that we get to honor and support veterans in their community events, parades and such, Winter Carnival, Ilpalp Festival, maybe, We Fest, stuff like that. So we're excited about that. Stay tuned for that. We're really excited, and everyone in that group was really excited about what we're doing with the People's Patriot Project. And an amazing story as we're sitting there. We're talking. One of the pieces that we're committed to is creating this place. It could be a number of places where we take veterans and first responders to recalibrate, to give them experiences, to give them knowledge, to give them tools and skill sets, to get rid of some of the stuff that maybe have been embedded and implanted in their lives, positive stuff, positive experiences. And we shared that with one of the commanders for the Minnesota State Troopers, and they got so excited and said, I've got a list of people that we know that this will work. This is something. Let us know what we can do. Let us know how we can be part of it. 100%. We're building. We're not there yet. Everyone, we are here to help support right now, and we do have a bandwidth. Hopefully we don't outgrow our bandwidth here We kind of are already, but that's okay. We do what we can with what we have, and we've always committed to do that. But again, just another awesome conversation at another great event with a lot of people and casing and highlighting the People's Patriot Project while we're down there. So, how much information and details do you have on this fishing tournament that we've got coming up, Andrea?
Here's what I just need to know. I need to know how many of you out there would like to go. It's on June 21st. And, right off the top, I forgot the hours. Shoot. 10 to 2, and I think sign up is at 9.
June 21st.
June 21st. And so we're looking for veterans and first responders and build up our team. Right now we have spots for 20 and possibly more. So we have a handful that have somewhat committed so far. So if you are interested, and there might even be a couple of you at a time, that's all wonderful. Let me know. Just send me an email. This is with our friends at Fishing for Life again. And we do know that they put on a heck of a tournament. It's fun.
With food.
It has food and camaraderie. And so this ice fishing tournament we did, they had more equipment than they had fishers, because all these awesome people with the most incredible equipment, they just turn out. They want to share. They want to be a part of things. We had like a couple ice castles just pull up and they were like, well, do you have any more veterans that need a place? They can use our place. So I only can imagine that something like that happens with boats and fishing rods and equipment and stuff. So if you're interested at all, sorry, I got to turn and you're kind of attached to my steering wheel. So if you're interested in that at all, please send me an email. I sent out a bunch of emails, but I will send out, and then my phone screen flipped. I'll send out more information as well. We'll put something on Facebook and Messenger and all that good stuff too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I was trying to get this, it's kind of, when you're sharing something. Oh, I got it. If you're interested in seeing the song by Kim Donette Band, it is in the thread on the chat right now. I just posted it. I don't see it actually loading, but whatever. It's there it is. I see it now. So check out Kim Donette Band and Come Home. We're just so excited about the musicians we have. We got some pretty exciting news coming up here. We've got some pretty amazing guests coming up here in the future. I say that, and the reality is every musician we've had come on has just honestly knocked my socks off. My Vox socks. Oh, should we talk about Vox socks real quick?
Put those socks back on.
I don't have to. I got another day. I don't have to wear them. Which reminds me, on Tuesday, I will be online with doing an interview with Vox Life representatives, Irene, and I don't know if LJ is going to be there, but another interview talking about these socks that help you rock your Crocs. I'm a terrible spokesperson for this product because I don't know all the big words. I can't remember all the big words that they talk, and I don't have a script in front of me.
Reflexology and
Thank you.
pathways.
Yep. What do you call it? Homeostasis.
Yes.
It provides homeostasis. There.
He has no idea what it means, but that's where you go with these socks.
Homeostasis. That is aligning everything chemically and neurologically within your brain and your system. And these socks are supposed to take care of you and do that. And you'll hear my take on it. And Andrea's been in the socks. Do you remember the number of how many socks they sent out to Patriots?
It was 36 at one point, but I think they've been sending more. They're super generous.
They meant to
want you
do
to try
20.
them.
They meant to do 22 in 30 days, and they just went way past that, which was amazing. And I've heard some real positive things about it, and some amazing stories from some of the people that are wearing the product, Vox Life products. They come in socks, they come in patches, there's sleeves, there's inserts. I was wearing both the socks and the inserts, and I will wait to share the findings in the Mark Peterson world
Save it for
this
the
coming
interview.
Tuesday. What's
Yeah.
that?
I said save it for the interview. And then you guys, if you want to look at them, it's VOXX. And then if you're a veteran, you should run these through LJ Raspler and Irene Box. Oh my goodness, Irene, I'm sorry. I'm driving and I can't look. I know you're out there. And you know what? If you can't find them, just ask us. We'll get you the link. Just put a note in there. And we'll get you the link to go
It's
through them.
Boxberg, dear.
Boxberg,
Irene
there we go.
Boxberg.
I knew it was Box something, but so yeah, send us a note. We'll send that out, and it helps benefit all of the awareness that they're trying to get out there for veterans and first responders for these socks and the cool things that they can do. So yeah.
You think that's weird? And I spelled her name wrong. So, yeah, way to go, Mark.
You know, I'd love to help, but I'm not even looking at my phone right now, so I can't help you spell things.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't it wasn't a huge. I just forgot to put the G on the end there, and that's just hit the thing too.
Oh, shoot. And then it didn't
It
take
happens.
BACKSBERG, is that right?
Yep.
Yep. There we go. And I don't know how to edit in this thing, but maybe when we're done we can edit. I don't know.
You can't edit in here, but I can delete stuff off the page if I can remember all the places that I put it. But this is one fancy outfit here with again, if we had a little person sitting here to the left of me or to the right of me who could type all this stuff in, that'd be great. And if you're interested in being part of the People's Patriot Project, we got your 6 or the debrief. What?
I gotta interrupt you. Can
What?
we talk about our new musician friend, Chris Moreau?
We didn't talk about him yet, did we?
I know. That's what we're doing now. We're talking about Chris. Because I wrote him up as our new friend, comrade, hopefully kind of co-worker, brother in all of this stuff that we do.
Absolutely.
And want to do. Oh my gosh. Chris is all about. So he actually joined us from the Legion in Manhattan, Montana.
Manhattan, not New York. Not New York. Get the rope. No.
Outside
Manhattan, Montana. The funny part is this dude is a transplant from Louisiana and chose to go to Montana. Now, I love Montana. I'm not confident that if you're from Texas, Louisiana, or Florida, if you would love Montana as much as I do, because it's not the same place. And the temperature's a little bit different.
Well, he'll be fine for a few months, and then it's going to be all.
We're going upside down again. Going on Andrea's.
A little corner.
Yeah.
There we go.
She's all over the place.
Gosh.
Someone's going to write you up.
No, it's I don't have to touch anything. It's attached to the steering wheel. So the funny part is when I turn, I see it go. Anyway, no, he's a great guy. And so while he was on live with us, he was like interviewing veterans at the Legion. It was so cool. I like what he did. Pretty fun. And he's got great ideas, and he's got kind of the same heart and desire to do things and do them right. And I think he'll be a great person to be in touch with.
Absolutely. This week we have our show on Sunday. We got your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime with Shad Turner and Veterans Night podcast, which does get sent out to Heroes Media Group, who does send that out to iHeartRadio and Spotify and several other channels. And we just would love, we do have a link to YouTube and all of our social media channels. And this is just going to be a special Memorial Day. We try really hard not to infringe on the lives and the people that do and help us make our show great. And so we try to give them the holidays off. We do feel, look, you got fans out there. Lois, thank you for coming on. Saying, Andrea, you're rocking.
Yeah, I'm rocking.
Oh, actually, it says, "Are you rocking?" My bad. Are you rocking?
Oh,
it does say that.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. But this is just going to be a tribute. Here's the deal. I don't want to sound condescending in this, and I know that a lot of people are going to go through this weekend and not have a whole lot of worries and be concerned about where their life is, and they've got something big planned on Monday where they can go barbecue and spend time with family and enjoy that. I need you to realize that this isn't the greatest day in the world for those people who have served, because this is a Memorial Day. This is a day to remember. One of our taglines is "to remember is not enough." Some of our brothers and sisters were right next to someone that they lost, someone that meant something to them. We have many families out there that have lost people because they had people in their lives that were involved with combat-related deaths and have not returned. It's not a happy time. To say Happy Memorial Day is not appropriate just to say it. It is a time to remember. I don't want you to sit back on your heels and live in remorse. That's not why any of these people that have served chose. Is kind of. It's a time to remember, and again. Because of our mission to remember is not enough with the People's Patriot Project. But that's what our show is going to be about on Sunday, is remembering those that gave us the chance to have the freedoms that we have right now. And so, are you at your destination, Miss Eichmann?
I just got here, yes.
Yeah, look at you. You're all stopped, ready to go. Now you're not breaking the law. And so come join us this 30th, this Sunday at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. We will be featuring the music from the Kim Dunnett Band. And is she actually coming on?
I don't have that confirmed yet.
Sure.
No.
But we will definitely be featuring her song and just come home. And
I'm all the way home.
Yeah. That's what we got this week. And there's just so many amazing things going on. So we will see you. Hopefully we'll see you this Sunday on We Got Your 6 at 6. Thank you for all those that support what the People's Patriot Project is doing. And we will see you when the smoke clears. Patriot Pride.